Hello, hello, and welcome back, because right about now, the skillet's on the stove and them old jug licks are about to go from frying pan to fire, and Perfidious Pete plays XCOM 2. Yes, sir, the doom clock on the mantelpiece is ticking down, and that's got Grandpa Juglick as nervous as a nine-tailed cat in a room full of rocking chairs. If the boys drop the ball on this one, there won't be no chance to recover. It'll skittle on over the line into the end zone like a garbage-starved raccoon when the porch light comes on. And all Advent will have to do to make themselves a Juglick skin cap then is fall on that ball. Also, right about now, maybe it's time for old Perfidious Pete to stop doing his balladeer from the Dukes of Hazzard impression, cause metaphors are getting more schizophrenic than a Nobel Prize-winning mathematician. Juglick, yeah, I'm out of the balladeer thing. Juglick skin cap, I don't know what I was going for there. I can't decide if it's like a Daniel Boone reference because I mentioned the word raccoon, or if, like cousin Jedediah Hushnow Juglick has gone even more Jamie Gum than usual down in the basement of the Juglick clan family farm. It's probably the latter of the two. He's been pent up for a while now. We haven't had cousin Jed out. He hasn't had a chance to sort of release the safety valve, if you will, of his somewhat stranger proclivities. But let's get back to the action. Grady the Goblin Juglick is doing some quality scouting for us here, trying to find the location of Aunt May. You know, Grady, we're going to come back to you in a minute. Let's see if we can't set up like a top shelf, high quality ambush on this pod. It looks like the answer is going to be no. If we get close enough to drop any kind of reasonable ambush on them, we are going to get spotted. But what we could do... Okay, you know, we could still make this work. Let's bring Grandpa Festus up here. We do know this pod is patrolling. Yep, I said frying pan to fire, Pete, and if they're going to come on over and see the inside of our skillet, we're going to set it up here. We're going to flip the lid on them, Pete. We're going to go from frying pan to fire. We're going to go from fire to pan, do the old flip-flop with the contents of the skillet, send them into the fire. Okay, I'm going to stop now. That one was a little too folksy, and I tried to double down on it, and I definitely shouldn't have doubled down. Be like, Pete, you just doubled down on the 19. What the hell is wrong? Yeah, you're right. I shouldn't have doubled down on the 19, but I'm not a Nobel Prize-winning mathematician and economist. I'm just an idiot who plays video games on the internet. Judy Juglets, let's get you over here. My hope is, before I savaged it with a thoroughly busted metaphor there, is that these guys will patrol back into us, and maybe we can get a little ambush action. What if we... Is this safe? You know, game says we're not spotted here, and I think line of sight's going to be blocked by this little mesa. Is it a mesa or a butte? That's what I want to know. What's the difference between a butte and a mesa? I mean, from like a geological perspective. Any geologists out there, tell me what the difference between a mesa and a butte is. I really got to know. Because those buttes really are a butte, huh? Actually, they're more like a butt. Butte, butt, no. Are they nature's butthole? Is that what you're going for there? Is that what you're trying to say, geologists? Be like, no, the butte is basically the glutamus maximus of nature. Well, this plan is going to work perfectly. They have wandered straight into our kill box. Fantastic damage we got out of that. Oh, you couldn't have took the shredder shot before Billy Ray Cyrus there missed his mark and came up with 1 damage? No, that's fine. I mean, no need for that. A hit here on that codex would be beautiful. Oh, Pete, you know old Emmylou Juglick's always going to deliver for you. And Grandpa Juglick there with the grays damn near finished her off. Oh, never mind. Looks like old Tigress Juglick once again is going to go all kill crazy. She did, in fact, go kill crazy. We overkilled the shit out of that codex, but all things considered, I really don't mind, because we're now in a fantastic situation. We can clean the rest of this mess up without Grady the Goblin Juglick even being forced to give up his concealment. Getting him to patrol back into us, that definitely paid some positive dividends. So, Massey Ferguson, we can have you walk over here. You can either punch that man or... Like, what are your hits on him? What are your hit percentages here on a punch? Oh, we don't want to punch these guys because they will hit us back. Yeah, Pete, that ain't how Juglicks learn to fight, man. You got to look at the old Juglick manual there for the family. And it always says, don't let them hit you back, ever. So let's take Emmylou Juglick down here, and rather than get hit back, that's Juglick clan way, Pete. You come at them from an ambush, kick them in the kidneys, and then when they're down on the ground, you crush the back of their skull with a blunt instrument. You know, like a rolling pin or whatever you happen to have handy, an old shovel, maybe something, some piece of farm equipment. Smash them in the back of the head with that, Pete. Don't give them a shot to poach back. 88% for Grandpa Festus. 87% there. We might keep Grandpa Festus on as cleanup because he's not likely to improve either one of those shots. We could also overdrive here and get 2 kills for the spark unit, or possibly just fire a rocket. But if we don't have to use consumables, I don't really see much of a need to use the consumables. Let's just bring the Tigress down here and have her flank shot murder that man. This is a plan I am definitely excited to be a part of. Flank shot murder? Yeah, Tigress, give it to me. 80% to hit is not as good as I might have liked. And that's why. Thanks for being the example of a what not to do situation there, Judy Juglick. Real proud we brought you. So the Massey Ferguson Activa S is going to take whatever his shot is. 79% is the best you can do here, boy? Alright, well don't let me down like that bitch Judy Juglick. There you go. Alright, that's some solid work. Ooh, we also have a potential chance for loot. Maybe we'll have Grady the Goblin pick that loot up after Grandpa Juglick pulls our fat out of the fryer. Oh, Pete, you gotta stop making skillet jokes. Not because they're not funny. I mean, well, we Juglicks, we loves our skillet jokes. Ain't nothing better than that little cooking metaphor now and then. But you're making me hungry, Pete. How was one of these tiles a detection tile? It damn well better not be. Something decent. Okay, this may be our first superior drop. Granted, it is a stock, which we have effectively 0 use for, but the Illyrium core is also useful. I'd also like to point out, I can't help but notice that thing said there were 3 items on the ground, and that very definitely was 2 items. Just, you know, just from the merchant in me coming out there. Yeah, Pete, we done went to the swap meet, and they said, oh, it's a 2-for-1 deal when you're gonna swap Velvet Elvis paintings. You give us 2 Velvet Elvises, it's 2 for 1. We'll give you 1 brand new working toilet for 2 original works of Elvis done on Velvet. It's a 2 for 1, 2 Velvet Elvises per toilet. That's a deal you can't pass up, Pete. The Juglicks don't have a working toilet. But when we went there, they were like, no, sorry, you want a working toilet? It's gonna be 4 Velvet Elvis paintings. Sorry. Oh man, okay. This is definitely suboptimal. We still got Grady the Goblin, who's gonna be still concealed, actually. I mean, it's borderline. Oh, never mind. Did you spot? Oh, you spotted Billy Ray. Grady the Goblin's still secreted up. All right, how do we get out of this? We got 2 guys on the roof, but this is just a whole mess of sectoids. Is that really a problem? Also, we could do some really good work with a rocket here. Or, you know, it doesn't necessarily have to be a rocket. Basically, any kind of explosive would work. Any kind of explosive? Well, now, Pete, that's music to old Grandpa Festus's ears. You say any kind of explosive. Turns out Grandpa Festus has any kind of explosive. I have several kinds of explosive, in fact. So, like, if we do this... Honestly, I'd really rather hit these guys. Can we destroy... Yes. Be like, why are you just trying to hurt as many people as possible, Pete? Well, because I have a plan. That plan involves old Cyrus Juglick and use of the serial ability. So we're going to throw a plasma grenade into that window, a massive explosion, and a bunch of fall damage. It's the fall damage that I'm looking for, really. There we go. Oh, that's so good. Okay, so a bunch of our problems are just about to be immediately solved right here. Achy breaky, never... I hate you forever, Achy Breaky. I hate you forever. So it turns out that ability's on cooldown. And that's decidedly not good. Alright then, I guess it's up to Emmy Lou Juglick to dig us out of the hole we have dug ourselves into. It's a big hole and a deep one. It's big, it's deep and wide. Why are we not hitting this man? I want the 2 sectoids. I would like to also hit the muton, but if possible... If this destroys our cover, we're immediately revealed. You know what, Grady the Goblin, you know what, we're just gonna have to take it. If this destroys your cover and we get revealed, it's fine. You've been in concealment long enough. Stop hiding your light under a bushel, Grady the Goblin. Let your light shine, man. Baby, you're a firework. Come on, show him what you're worth, Grady. Show him what you're worth, right here, right now. Also, is Grady... is somehow still concealed. I mean, this doesn't even seem possible. I'm at a loss. I really am. Achy breaky, what do you got? Bad shot, worst shot. Bad shot, worst shot, old bot, new bot. What's gonna Massey, Ferguson, Activa S do? We could definitely get some solid damage on this guy if we just go punch him. I don't necessarily hate that plan, but that means we gotta get rid of Johnny Muton over there. How are we gonna do that? Well, worst case scenario, Grady the Goblin shoots him in the face. We don't really have a whole lot of options other than having Grady the Goblin shoot him in the face. We could bring the Tigress out. Even if Grady the Goblin shoots him in the face, I'm not really sure it's going to generate a kill for us. Oh, it absolutely... Okay, it can't fail to kill. All right, Grady, I hate to do it to you, pal, but the jig is up. Surprise! There was a Grady hiding in that bush. Wow, it's like every orc we've killed in Shadows of Mordor. And it is a ranger, so it's doubly appropriate, and we got a promotion. Shouldn't that Muton have been like, "Oi, what's in this bush? Oh, it's the ranger!" I mean, that absolutely should have happened. I love the fact that in Shadows of Mordor, every orc is Australian. I don't know why, but it just works. Yes. Go and punch this man into a gobbet of suet. I'm very disappointed in you, by the way, Achy Breaky. That was an opportunity for you to get like 3 kills. Holy crap-anola.
Threat eliminated.
Yeah, that sectoid was all like, "I'll help, I done fell into the thresher again. Ah!" I mean, I'm assuming you did that mentally. I've never heard a sectoid speak. I don't know if they even have vocal cords. That was probably what went out on the Advent Psychic Network, though. Oh, the Advent Psychic Network. Do you think they predict the futures like Dionne Warwick style, where they're like, "Would you like to know more about the future?" Sure, we all would. I'm Dionne Warwick for the Psychic Friends Network. We'll just Overwatch for Achy Breaky. Oh, you reinforcements have no idea what you have just dropped yourselves into. Yeah, well, they're inbound for a world of pain and disaster is what they're inbound. Okay, so let's just go ahead and mop up these reinforcements then. These guys, they really have no idea what they're about to drop into. This is going to be a bloodbath. EL, we're just going to flip you around to the other side of this rock so you have some cover. That's going to be Overwatch for you. Although you really only have 1 bullet left. I don't know if that's how optimal that is. Is this tree? That is not cover, huh? That's weird. Do we need cover? The answer is no. We actually don't really even need cover here. We don't have to worry about it. Let's just have Judy stand in the open, be on Overwatch. Grandpa Juglick's already shooting from an elevated position. There's not really any way we can improve his odds much. We'll just drop him into Overwatch where he's at. The Activa S only has 1 bullet. In this scenario, though, 1 bullet might be all the bullet that is required. We just need the 1. Did Lee Harvey Oswald need to fire those extra bullets at Kennedy? Did he really? Was the first bullet that blew his brain case apart like a watermelon in a slow-mo internet video? Was that not enough to get the job done? It kind of seemed like that first shot got the job done, but he took a couple more. I guess he was just being thorough. Is that a thing to admire in your assassins? Well, you know, he was pretty sure the first shot killed him, but he shot him 17 more times just to be thorough. I guess if you're hiring an assassin, it's probably something you would look forward to. Be like, no, he's really thorough. He'll shoot him like 80 times. Bullets are cheap, and he doesn't care. It's not really going to dramatically increase his overhead. So, yeah, here comes a world-ruining, shattering Overwatch barrage that ultimately produced pretty goddamn minimal results, if I'm being frank here. What the shit, guys? That was relatively unexpected. Every single one of these men should be all of the dead. Emmy Lou is now out of ammo. Well, the Tigress can just go shotgun this guy into chunklets, so no real concern here. Is that how we want to play it? I think the answer to that question is yes. Let's not muck about. This guy does have 1 point of armor. I don't think it's going to be enough to stand him up. 90% to crit here. Yeah. That's what happens when you stand next to the Tigress, Mr. Advent Soldier. You get blown into chunkly haggis. We're going to have Judy Juglick go back towards the facility. We may have killed everything on the map, and if we have killed everything on the map, we're going to be in a situation where reinforcements are going to be pretty much continual. This is not good. Grandpa Juglick's out of ammo. Activa, you're also out of ammo. That's real bad. Does anybody actually have bullets? Yes. Cyrus Juglick, you have bullets. All you need to be able to do then is at the end of your move, see that guy, and you can guaranteed kill him even on a miss. So we're going to have Achy Breaky come up here and give this guy the achy breaky news. Oh, 27% to hit. Doesn't matter. Wait, we do have an advanced stock, right? Or a superior stock? Does this do 3 or 2? 3. Okay. All right. It's the superior.
That's how it's done.
Don't tell his heart, his achy breaky heart. This rifle's equipped with a stock. And even if I miss, he'll still get it in the dick. Oh, baby, he is all the way fucked. Ooh-hoo. Some pretty good improv there, Achy Breaky. Yeah, you know, I've really been studying the Tao Osiris. The guy is just magic on stage, Pete. It's magic, I'm telling you. Consummate performer, that Billy Ray. Also, everybody should probably put some damn bullets in their guns. That's all I'm saying here.
Reloaded.
Massey Ferguson, let's get you up here. This is going to be, I think, literally everyone who hasn't already taken an action is going to spend the rest of their turn reloading. No Overwatch. We did just have a pod of reinforcements drop in, and there should be no scenario that results in us spawning a pod with any of these moves. If we do, my salt levels are going to be catastrophic, but... Catastrophic salt. That should be the new channel motto. Perfidious Pete. Catastrophic salt. Alright, Judy. We're basically right at the thing, too. I mean, it's right there. In fact, it's so right there, we could probably complete it this turn. Do we even need to go inside this facility? I'm not really seeing a whole lot of advantage to the go inside the facility option. I'm compelled to admit. Grady Juglick, I credit you with pretty much all of our success on this mission. I'm giving you all the credit for this one, Grady. Your scouting really has been totally on point for us. It's been perfect. It's been fantastically beautiful. The work you have done is the reason that the Juglick clan is in the situation they enjoy right now. Yeah, boy, I tell you what, guys watch Spider-Man 2 probably 7,000 times, Pete. He keeps it on a repetitive loop 24 hours a day. He's seen so much of the damn Spider-Man. And at first, I thought it was an unhealthy obsession. Then he started branching out into other Willem Dafoe movies. But then, as I watched more of them, I was like, you know, with the exception of Boondock Saints 2, the man's got a pretty healthy body of work. There's nothing wrong with appreciating the Willem Dafoe. Alright, well, let's just blow this shit up then. And plant the X4. Okay, sorted. Grady the Goblin's got that taken care of.
Status confirmed. X4 charges are armed. Move to the extraction point for immediate evac.
Should we wait for like one more pod of reinforcements? It really feels like this would be a good opportunity to farm some kills. We have such fantastic positioning right now, and we have a pretty good idea of where they might potentially drop in. I think the answer is yes. Let's farm some kills. So we'll drop the extraction point over here by Grandpa Juglick. And then I think we just move everybody back to take a firing position. Like, Grandpa, you don't even need to move, buddy. You're just going to be here. Just be on Overwatch. EL, we kind of want you up next to Grandpa Juglick if we can get you up there, and we can. Although, ideally, this rock would be, I think, better suited. Let's put you here.
Copy that.
You will not be on Overwatch this turn, but there's also no chance that reinforcements arrive this turn either. Judy, we'll get you over here. We just want to make sure at the end of this that everybody is like one move away from extraction, so that if the reinforcements come in and some kind of absolutely unforeseen and horrific occurrence happens, everybody can still, you know, make it to the exit. Everybody will still be able to make a break for it. Achy breaky, let's get you up here. And then I think we just Overwatch till reinforcements decide they want to come drop into a blender. Send in the clowns. Actually, I take that back. You know what? Don't send in clowns under any circumstances. I don't want to have to face off against a squad of clowns. These Advent clowns I'll face off against. It's fine.
Get to the evac point. We don't have any time to spare.
Is that a fact, Bradford? Seems like we got plenty of time to spare, actually. So we're going to get one more pod of free kills here.
Hostile reinforcements inbound on your position.
Good. I was sort of waiting for them, Bradford. Be like, yes, this is the perfect opportunity for us to garner some extra experience for some troopers who desperately need it. So, Emmylou, you're here. Overwatch for you.
I'm on it.
Grandpa Juglick, let's get you up to... Honestly, in this scenario, cover doesn't matter. We don't even have to worry about the cover. So let's just drop Grandpa Juglick here. Overwatch. We don't need cover. These guys, when they drop in, they don't get to do anything. I feel really kind of scummy for doing this. It feels cheap. I'm not even giving these Overwatch dudes a chance. they're falling right into the Ninja 770 BL food processing unit. They're just straight into the world's greatest blender. And really, the Ninja 770, I got to say, Perfidious Pete recommends a value in blending technology. It combines form and function perfectly. It really is the ultimate kitchen solution. Massey Ferguson gonna come over here, get himself an Overwatch shot. Grady the Goblin, let's just have you stand toe-to-toe with your best bro, the Massey Ferguson. You're driving the tractor on this one, Grady. I can't give Grady the Goblin enough credit on this mission. The man has done a superlative job. He's invisible, like the Green Goblin was. Peter Parker never saw the Green Goblin coming. He's just completely blindsided him, just like Grady the Goblin blindsided that Muton when we blew his cover, and yet he was still able to hide behind effectively nothing. All right, time for these guys to scatter like a coon with the porch light coming on. I don't think any of them are going to survive at all. Maybe the robot? Nope. Advent Officer was killed, Advent Mech was killed, Advent Mech dropped. Okay, this man survived with 3 health, and you know what? Totally worth it. We got Grandpa Juglick, it looks like, an extra promotion. I'm suddenly way more comfortable with my douchebaggery. So, where's Cyrus? We do want to try and evac at this turn. I mean, we could basically sit here and just do this forever, and there would be no consequences whatsoever to our actions. EL, I'm going to bring you over here. In an absolute emergency situation, we can have EL Juglick just drop a grenade on that dude. I'm trying to fuel kills to Achy Breaky if I can. Achy Breaky, can you make it to the evac zone? Yes. Shit. Oh, never mind. I was going to say I thought that was a blue move, but it was... okay, it was a yellow move. Son of a bitch. Well, if you can't have the kill, then... What if there's loot, though? Can reinforcements even drop loot? Is that like a thing that can even potentially occur? A kill for the Tigress wouldn't suck. 60%? Let's go ahead and take it. I mean, ultimate worst case scenario, we could just have everybody leave at the end of their turn. That's the thing that we could do too, just have everybody bail. Grady the Goblin, you want to take a shot here, pal? Everybody come over and get your piece of this last dude. Nope, whiff. He's really hunkered down there. He's in good cover. What else we got? Grandpa Juglick. Well, I mean, you may as well take a shot. Sure, why not? Actually, Grandpa, didn't you just get a promotion? 71% for Grandpa. I would really rather have Emmy Lou get the kill. Let's keep Grandpa on as like our final emergency backup plan. Having the Massey Ferguson take a poke. Wouldn't mind a little EXP for the old Activa S. Oh, dice. Wow, remind me to never take the Juglicks to Vegas, because their odds-on gambling here is just looking bad. Yeah, Pete, there's a reason we don't do much of the gambling, other than occasionally... Oh, wait a minute. Is this a can't miss shot with the bullet? 92%. I'll take it. Other than the occasional cornhole game, you won't see the old Juglick clan doing a whole hell of a lot of gambling. We powerful, unlucky folk, Pete. Powerful, unlucky. Did we get a promotion? No. Alright, well, evac all then. Everybody taking off. I love that the Massey Ferguson just leaps into the fucking Sky Ranger like a Superman taking off. Just like, boom, into the air. Although I hate that he does anything like Superman. It's still pretty cool. My hatred for Superman at this point being thoroughly well documented. If you're curious what I'm talking about, feel free to watch most of my Darkest Dungeon stuff, because I try to put in at least one dig of Superman per episode. So Operation Failing Smoke... it couldn't have gone better. If I had choreographed it myself like some kind of murderous Twyla Tharp, this is exactly how I would have choreographed it. It was fantastically beautiful. And promotions are going to be flying fast and furious, like Vin Diesel and Michelle Rodriguez. They got shot out of a tank. It's going 70 miles an hour. But, you know, the speeding car coming in the other direction somehow successfully broke their fall. It was really too fast, too furious. It absolutely was. Too fast and too furious for belief, specifically, but... So most damage goes to EL Juglick, Judy the Tigress with the most attacks. Most under fire is a dash, because nobody ever got shot at. Talk about flawless. None of the enemies ever even got an opportunity to fire a fucking weapon. Holy shit pickles, was this a fantastic mission then. Wow. Talking about shit pickles, the Advent forces really bit right into a nice shit pickle right there. They got the mouthful. Grady the Goblin moved the furthest. Average damage per attack, 7.42, a new record. We only killed one enemy per turn? Well, I suppose we did spend a long time there at the end farming for reinforcements, which has lowered our average. When we don't have a time limit, man, the Juglicks, when they're slow and methodical, they really can plan out a solid assault strategy. Yeah, we don't do so well under pressure, Pete. We're not quick thinkers. It's a slow southern way. That's how we work best. You gotta careful consideration and deliberate moves. You know, like when we seceded from the Union and just figured nobody'd give a shit, accidentally started a civil war. Slow, deliberate moves like that. There were almost no negative consequences for that whole... Oh, no, never mind. I can't even finish that sentence with a straight face, Pete. So, Grandpa Juglick, let's get you all promoted up. Volatile Mix. Nope, Chain Shot. Chain Shot is just... It's just too good. It's too good. Volatile Mix is an excellent ability, and this is basically the one level on the... This is the one level that I have difficulty with on the grenade path. Blast padding, I think, objectively is just bad. Shredder is a must-have. Demolition is, I think, the worst ability in the game. It's really terrible. Nowhere any... Suppression is not overly useful, and I don't use a lot of suppression, but compared to Demolition, suppression is a godsend. Heavy Ordnance. Hollow targeting is also useful. There are two really difficult picks in this tree. Heavy Ordnance and Hollow targeting being the two of them. But honestly, you're going to get more damage out of the extra grenade than you are out of the extra hits from hollow targeting. I really sincerely feel like this is just objectively better. Chain Shot and Volatile Mix, again, they're both really good, but the Chain Shot is just so much concentrated damage, which is where it really matters at the end game. When you need to do a lot of damage to a single target, that's why you got to have Chain Shot. EL Juglick is going to pick up Heavy Ordnance. That's even more bang for our buck. Oh, Pete, that was pathetic. I mean, I'm a writer of slash fiction. I got my 50 Eyes for You, which is basically a ripoff of 50 Shades for Grey. Changed the characters' names, though. You know, we got, what was her name? Alexandra Tungsten and Christoph Green as the main characters. But shit, Pete, that's a joke even I wouldn't have gone for. More bang for you. It's pathetic, son. You're not necessarily wrong, EL, but, you know, when you're not funny, you gotta take what you can get. Shadow Strike or Shadow Step? Gonna be Shadow Strike. So that Grady, I mean, just think, Grady the Goblin, strike from the heart, Parker. We must, first you take his heart. That's how Grady the Goblin works. He just rips the guts right out of you with the first shot, puts Aunt May in the hospital. Operation Failing Snake. I'm feeling really good. It went really well. Our loot, we got 1 Codex Brain, an Illyrium Core, and a Superior Stock. So it definitely just objectively straight up lied to me. The thing said there were 3 pieces of loot. We got 2 pieces of loot, one of which we can't use, but in pinch scenario could sell. We might actually use that Superior Stock. Illyrium Core. We did need Illyrium Cores. I would have loved to have picked up 2 of those. We reduced the progress by 3. Progress on the Avatar project is delayed. Fantastic. So the Doom counter has been averted. We'll probably see that next episode. You do drone on, don't you, Optimus Prime? We'll see that reduction What was I going for there? Like, my brain went to say next episode, but fucked it up, and it was like Nep Expisode, I think is what I was shooting for. Good work, brain. That's some nice linguistics. I mean, you can't even deliberately say it wrong. How the hell did you do that? I don't know. I do know this one's wrapped up. If you enjoyed it, feel free to drop a like down in the comment section. Of course, there's
some weird transmissions lately.
Every time, Bradford.
Sounds a little like German, but it's hard to tell.
All right. Thanks for letting us know that Dr. Valen is still a part of this, and for reminding me that the Shen's last gift DLC has been completed, but that we still have not done the Alien Hunters DLC, and that may be where we're headed next. If you'd like to see that, you know, you might consider subscribing in addition to liking if you enjoyed the episode. Because not only does Bradford interrupt an outro pretty much every week, but you'll get to see that new DLC for Alien Hunters, the storyline stuff that we missed last time. Right now, though, thanks very much for watching. I'll see you again soon.